Welcome to the third part of our user login tutorial. Here we'll create a session in which the user can enter a page and they're allowed to be inside the page as long as they successfully logged in. To start any session, we will need a function which is start session. Is it start session or session start? Let's just test it quickly. Right, an error. So it must be session start. Sorry, I was a bit confused there. Session start, okay? So refresh, resend, and you're in. We started the session and this lets us add a session variable. So you're in. After this, I'll say click here to enter the secret. No, the member page, okay? And this is going to be a link to a page called member.php. Let's just recap. As long as we send the right data, we're going to say click here to enter the member page, which we haven't created yet. Let me remind you here that we just created our session start here, which is very important. We're going to create a session, and to do this, let me start and type here the $_session and then brackets. In square brackets, we will give it a session name. I'll call it username, and that will be equal to our username. And I think I will use db username because that's a more direct value from the database. We have our session set. As long as the user is in their browser, not the browser you evoke them with, then when we echo out our session in any page now, this will be set as a session. To prove this, I'll create a new page. It will be the member.php page. So I'll save this as member.php. Here I'll say echo and I'll echo the username session, okay? In fact, I'll concatenate at the start, welcome, and at the end, just to make it more expressive, let me add an exclamation mark. As long as we are logged in, this should run this command here, setting our session in our browser to our username on any other page we create. If this is any other page over here and you see this code to set, it'll work. You will of course need this function inside here as well. So you need session start inside every page that you call or declare a session in. There we restart. Let's go back to the main page. I'll log in with my details as Alex and ABC and click on login. You're in. Click here to enter the member page. Now as you can see, there is no error. I've successfully created my session. If I click here, we get welcome. We have got only that. Let's see what happened. Let's go back and see what I've done wrong. This should be username. I'm not using any comparison here, but I've put a double equals sign here. That might be wrong. Now this should work. Let's go back to our index page and let's log in again as we did before. Login, okay? You're in. Click here to enter the member page. Click here and welcome Alex. And now I'll go back to the login page. Most people would think all that data has been lost now. But if I go back to the member page, which is member.php, and press enter, it is still saying Alex. And in some second starts, if I close my browser and reopen it and I go to localhost PHP Academy, then go back to my page, which is the login session, and back to my member page, I'm still logged in. Okay, so my user is logged in. If I close the browser, I'm still going to be logged in when I enter back. This is a very useful function if you're doing this kind of logging in. A lot of websites do this to keep you logged in. But now I want to create a logout page. To log out, all we need to do is we need to create a separate page, and let's just save it as logout.php, and we need to end our session here. First of all, before we destroy our session, we need to start it. So I'll type session start here. Let me confirm it once. Okay, and then we need to say session destroy. Sorry, not destroy, destroy. If we run this page here, it will destroy our session. Here I could type a friendly error message. You have been logged out. Click here to return. Let me create a link back to our index.php page. Now I'll test this again. For example, let's put a break there. Here I'll create a link to log out. It's important to give the user to our logout.php page, otherwise they'll not know how to log out. We refresh this and it will create a logout link to log out from the PHP page. Click on this and you've been logged out. Click here to return. I assume that we've been logged out. Try to go back to our member page.php. We have got no variable here. Now you don't want the users to get access to the page because they are not logged in right now. So here I'll say session start, then I'll say if session and session name, which is username. Next I'll echo out my data to say welcome, else I'll say die. No, not me. I want my page to die. So I'll say you must be logged in. We're saying if this session exists or if it has been created by using a correct username and password, we can echo out our friendly message to say welcome, otherwise kill the page and say you must be logged in. So this is all in this part of the tutorial. Let me summarize this for you. Remember, I'm not logged in, so let me log in. I'm in. There's my member page. I can log out. I return here. Now, as we've created member.php, press enter. It displays you must be logged in. So for example, I'm going to log in, but I'll not click here to go. I'll just forward myself to member.php. Message has been created and I've been allowed access. Okay, so that's it for now. That is the last part of this tutorial. If you have any questions on this, I'll be more than happy to help. This is Ivan Verki, dubbing for the Spoken Tutorial project. Bye bye.